People, how's it going? We are back to Pokemon. This is Black Bolt. So I went into GameStop and they just happened to have this ETB, and they never have ETBs there. So, what do? Hands are tied, don't really have any options. So now we got this. Now, be very, very careful whenever opening Pokemon stuff, because unlike baseball cards, this market for Pokemon cards, people absolutely love the artwork. So all the boxes and everything, you keep. You don't throw it out. So it creates this archival process. I'm not even making this up. Believe me, I would not want to do this if it wasn't how it was done. This is just, clutter and some. Alright. Let's move a couple of things out of the way, some of the sleeves out of the way. Oh, there we go. Of course, there we go. Here. So first thing that comes off this is the player's guide, and this will tell you what you could possibly pull in here. So it gives you a rubric. I'm trying to find the page that shows where the valuable stuff is. Yeah, so I'm looking through this, and it does not have the same thing as Scarlet and Violet does, but the general premise is there. The Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions ETB. So basically what that ETB does, what that other ETB has in it is a breakdown of rarity, what's new in the deck with the cards, and that kind of thing. This has a similar thing, but it's not nearly as nuanced, and it's not worth sharing. So you open this up, just put this off to the side here. Next, we have stuff to take out. So right in the middle of it, you pull out the coins. Then you pull out the dice. Is there anything else in the middle? No, there is not. Now, next, right over here, you've got your deck sleeves. For your boosters, and then over here you've got some energy cards and stuff. So you take this all off the top like this, put your hand in the middle so that they don't fall into each other, because you don't want your product to get all messed up. Boom. So next you take out this stuff, and these are the packs with the Pokemon cards in them. Next, we have the promo. And here's the promo. I'm going to keep this sealed. Best practices. These are the energy cards that come with the deck. We will keep these sealed as well. These are card sleeves that are not transparent, which means I hate them. So we are not going to take them out. Instead, we are going to just simply memorialize it with everything else. I'm just going to gently put these back into the lid of the ETB, except for the Pokemon cards. So that's all back in there. These energy cards I'm going to put just over here. And finally, the box itself. I'm going to do something funny. I'm going to put it back together. And that goes there. This goes there as well. And this. We'll just do this. You know what? No. This is ridiculous. Anyway, that basically meets most people's expectation for preserving stuff without destroying the box. If not overkill, which is what we're going for. So, here is the promo card that we pulled out from the box. We're going to keep this over here. We're not going to open that, and we're not going to open any of the game pieces or anything either. So we are trying to preserve the artwork the best that we can. So here we go. We've got 9 of these, and the way that you open these, let's start with the top. Start by moving your thumb just very gently over like that, and then do the same thing in the back. Peeling it up on the inside first, out towards the outside. So now you've got this spine, this lip that runs all the way down. Next, use your thumb to gently separate the foil. Just very gently knead away. Boom. And then the same. Just very gently to reduce. There. See, it looks pretty good. It's still good. Next, you gently, very gently, reach in with 2 of your fingers and just not even really pull the cards, just kind of gently guide them out. Then there should be, sometimes there are stragglers in there. So, empty. What you do is you just, right like that. Now, avoid touching the surface of the cards or the backs of the cards. So like this. Hold on to the cards from their edges, and don't use nails. So first item that we pulled is a cover fossil. So we'll put this over on top of these top loaders over here. Or actually, no, I'll just put that there. So that's not a very rare card, it's pretty average. Duosian, that's a normal card as well. Nothing here. In fact, here's something. I'm going to just start putting them here, the same way that I did with the baseball cards. The only difference with Pokemon cards and baseball cards is the fact that with Pokemon cards, you want to preserve everything. Pokegear 3.0. Nah, nothing crazy. Nope. Alright, well, we got a Holo. The first one. First Holo is Throw. So we will foil that later. Then, of course, we've got two in my hand at one time. So we've got this one, anew, and then that is the card that was the primary card for this booster. Landorus. It's got a cool little foil design going on. So what we'll do is we'll make our Landorus a happy little Landorus, and we'll put him into one of these packs. And based off of what I see here, it looks like the borders are completely aligned, no micro scrapes, nothing. Back of the card is in good order. This would, you know, I would say definitely would grade PSA 10. So that's pretty solid. So that is our first main card. So when it comes to my 3-3 that I pulled earlier, the baseball card, I'm going to need to use a really sterile setup to clean it and prepare it for grading. Because that, if it's a BGS 10 pristine black label, that card's worth over $1 million. Like, legit. Now that sounds really crazy, but you know, it's true. That's what happens. You know, baseball cards get like that. And to pull one of those is incredibly rare. And there are people who do this all, like, you know, for a very long time. They never pull something like that. So that was just sheer luck. So yeah, you know, if you're into Pokemon cards, you should definitely do some baseball as well. And that's if you are doing it for value, which I think most people are. Most people are involved in this because they see the money, and you can't blame people for doing that. And making money is you know, it's necessary in order to sustain yourself. So if you're going to be doing the baseball card game, have your expectations mitigated. And you'd also want to go heavy on content creation, and you want to do something that differentiates yourself from everyone else. For example, like what I do is I've got my general unboxing stuff that I do here, right? I do my unboxing, but then what I do is I make content as well with the YouTube algorithm. Well, not YouTube algorithm. I have my AI figure out YouTube's algorithm based off of general premise that is relatively dynamic. Too long didn't read, Dick got caught in fan, instructions, what's that? Long story short, use your card game to get people to subscribe and that kind of thing, and follow you. That's the way you really do it. I don't know what to do with this. I'll put that there. Alright, so that's the first one opened up. Let's do the second. Again, going through the whole same thing again. Boom, like just like that. And then you also don't want to shake these these packs around or anything, because it could damage the cards inside. So just being very gentle with everything. Cool. Now, personally, I have a soft spot for Pokemon because what I grew up with, you know, it's cool. Now, there is one downside of doing it this way that I am. And that is that it creates some friction against the top part of the cards. So if you pull these out incorrectly, it can really mess things up. So that's just a thought. Something to think about. Now I'm just going to start doing it this way. Alright, so we got our first holo. Chituga. And by the way, I'm probably pronouncing these things way wrong. Now we have the secondary before the main event, so I'm going to do it this way. Boom. Cobalion. It's like some kind of dragon. Legendary Pokemon battled against humans to protect Pokemon. Calm and composed personality, yet fought humans. Okay, interesting. Helps if you don't drop the card. Now, I don't see any kind of like art or anything for the holo that really makes it too stand out. There is kind of like this, you know, I don't know. This one has a Pokeball holo on it. So anything that has like that kind of holo, I'm gonna just start. Yeah, see, these are pretty average for them. So they've got their energy thing. Unless they have like that specific Pokeball holo type stuff, I'm not really gonna go too far into it. And then for the energy cards, I'm just going to put them into a deck of their own. You know, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to end up spending way too much time just sleeving these. So what I'm going to do instead is I am going to just open packs and get to the action while dropping some knowledge. So yeah, I definitely recommend baseball cards if you're into this stuff for the money thing. And the right baseball card packs to buy. Don't waste your time with Chrome. Don't waste your time with Series 2. You can pull good stuff out of there, but you know what? Just go with Bowen. I butchered this. You know what? You know, even though they say don't do this, I'm going to do this. So another thing that you can do is you can actually open up the packs like this as well. And people might give me crap about this, but this one already got messed up. And I would rather do this to not mess up the cards. So you can see. Boom. That is another way to do it. So just like this. And it also does not risk damaging the card edges. And then the front, look at that. No damage. Not that, I don't know. Do we want to keep... I've been told multiple things. It just seems ridiculous to me to keep that. Alright, so we have Procordorak, foil-ish. I don't know, I don't really see foil here. Here, let me... Does that look like foil? Yeah, it just barely. Just very barely. Larvesta, definitely foiled. Now the moment of truth, because I already saw the card by accident. Boom, there we go. Thunderous. Nothing special about it. Absolutely nothing special. I would say that the only good thing about this pack that I'm opening right now, so far, is that the cards are all BGS 10 pristine potential. Because they got the cut right. Not all cards come off the factory line proper. Sometimes they're cut a little bit off. But not to a point where it's considered an error, it's just considered, you know, a deviation. I'm going to start doing this my way. Or not, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, taking these out that way just feels like I'm killing grading potential. That's cool, it's got a Pokeball thing going on. That one will be good. Ooh, check it out, we got a foil trainer. And underneath it, we have this guy. Wow, I can't read it. I'm going to have to turn it around. We got this guy. So, King Clank. Oh, snap. And we got a foil energy, too. That is cool. Now, this is actually more interesting. Yeah, so the holo for Black Bolt is much different than holo for Prismatic Evolutions. So they've got a little bit of a design change. Yeah, this is like a special art version of this. I'm going to keep that in a special pile for the more special things of special peoples, because it's special. I'm going to do this entire video through, so it might even be an hour long, but it's specifically for showing the whole process. Might be like 45 minutes instead. Where is it? There it is. So we got our energy coin. I'm going to consider any trainers and energy coins to be like a thing of their own. So that was cool. Any trainers that are foil. Watch me start saying refractor and foil instead of holo, because I've been used to the baseball stuff for so long. Forgot this guy even now. This one's actually getting a well, actually, all the holos are going to get their own top loader. I'm a big fan of top loaders just because it makes it so much easier to flip through your collection. Alright, so we are halfway there. This is box 5 of 9. Boom, there we go. Alright. Clang. Boom. 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 Alright, so. Landorus. Pretty sure we pulled that guy before. Pawniard. This is like a full art. Almost looks like an insert of some kind. Bear Arctic, yay! With a leaf energy. Alright, so this one is significantly different. So yeah, this Pawniard is a special illustration. 142 out of 86. So that's actually an insert. That's a solid insert. That's actually kind of cool. Gold star. Yay. That gets put into the special pile. Along with the energy and the trainer. The foil energy. Alright, cool. So I was right in the middle. No Zards yet. I'm going to have to buy more of these boxes in order to chase Charizard. Alright, this is 6. Serving. Pampor. And let's see what the big one is underneath. There you go. Let me see what I see here. Ah, Serperior EX. Okay. With a dark energy. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. So we got an EX. we'll put that with the special ones. What did I do here? That one doesn't warrant that. Alright, so we got 6 of 9 complete. So far, some pretty good pulls. But nothing that's like an immediate thing that changes anyone's life. Alright. The nucleus is good. You can see the poke pattern. This one, average. Let's see the boss. I'll go check this in 1 second. Oh, cool. Another one. Oh, snap. And another energy. Foil energy and this dragon looking thing. So that was a pretty solid pull, but still still nothing that's like, you know. Still nothing that's really out of this world. So we got 2 more to go. If that had happened with something that was actually valuable, that would have, what am I doing again? No, you're not, get out of there. Top loaders are only for stuff that I care about, because I've been using hundreds and thousands of top loaders and it becomes just economically annoying. Like you go to GameStop or something and you're spending $200 at a time on top loaders. Like, that doesn't exactly make a lot of sense to me. So, alright, there we go. Put that and that. Down to the last two. Nope, nope, nope. Ends plan. Nope. Okay, Among Us. That's the first one. Condor. And then, let's see the big one. What is it? What is it? Let's look at it. Hexorus. I don't know, people. I don't know. So far, I've gotten better stuff out of the other thing. But whatever. Why did I just... But yeah, what I'm going to do with this stuff is I'm probably just going to bulk sale it to like a card shop, the stuff that I don't like. Stuff that I want, I'll just keep myself. Alright, and here's the last one. Hey, that's cool. We pulled a Maractus. I have the special illustration of this. It's a really common card, but SIR is kind of cool. Alright, let's show you what we got here. They really were light on the holo for this. So, Muna was the first one. We have Venipede. And now let's check out the boss. Boom. Cool. Meloetta. EX. Alright, that's cool. That's art. Yeah, so as far as this is concerned, not a bad deck. Not bad at all. Had some interesting pulls. Nothing crazy. Nothing that really excites me. That's about average, you know. So what you do is you just sleeve these up and hold on to them, or sell them to a card shop, make your money back, maybe make some profit, and then go buy more. But what a lot of people do is they just go and buy bulk, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense to just hold on to a bunch of inventory like that. If you're going to sell by boxes, then just buy directly from the distributor. To me, it just doesn't make sense to go out and you know, buy them up from stores if that's what you're doing. Opening them up and checking them out for a YouTube channel or something, you know, that makes sense. You can tell them where you got from. I got these from GameStop. All these are from GameStop. GameStop's great to shop at. Walmart too, I buy some from Walmart. But Target is really where I go for a lot of my stuff, at least the baseball stuff. So those sort of off the beaten path things are where you get your ROI. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think.